Hey everyone, welcome back to On the Fence Movie Reviews. I am Adrian.
And I'm Rob.
Today we're going to be talking about Birds of Prey and the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn. So Birds of Prey picks up right after Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Harley Quinn is fresh off a breakup with the Joker, and now she's living life on her own, and she kind of screws over the wrong people, and the film takes off from there. Rob, let's jump into it. What are your thoughts of this film?
Well, I have a lot of thoughts about this film. A lot of mixed thoughts, actually.
Mixed thoughts.
Yeah. So I was trying to think of how I want to describe how I feel about this movie, and the only way I could think of is just I didn't like it, but I liked pieces about the movie.
You like parts of the movie.
I like parts of the movie, and not even like things.
So what are those things that you liked about it?
Okay, so I thought Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn is probably like the best Harley Quinn like we could ever get. We didn't see it too much in Suicide Squad, but I feel with her, her in Birds of Prey, we got to see her fighting more, like Harley Quinn style of like what I seen in like the animated version of her or the comic version, where she's very almost gymnastic-y kind of fighting and very lengthy. So I really enjoyed that. They toned down her. The movie is rated R, but they still kind of toned down how violent Harley Quinn is, but I still liked how violent they let her get in the movie.
There's certain moments where she can go that way, but she kind of pulls back.
Well, not even that pulls back. I feel like it's more like I guess we can't have her, like when she goes into the police station, we can't have her just actually like
blowing away a bunch of cops.
So they use the funfetti kind of beanbag and stuff like that. So stuff like that in the fighting. I think all the fighting in the movie was excellent. But now here are some of the things that I just wasn't like it's just like the story. I feel like it was very like I didn't get time to invest with any of the Birds of Prey. I don't even think this is a Birds of Prey movie. I feel like it's more like a Harley Quinn movie.
Yeah,
they sprinkle some.
It's like Harley Quinn plus the Birds of Prey.
Yeah, and
But even the Birds of Prey don't really get that much.
They're not in there that much, and I really, I believe it's the Huntress.
Huntress.
I really wanted to see more of her.
She was kind of cool when she finally did show up, but then it was
she doesn't really show up till towards like the last act
of the film. Yeah.
But I mean, like I said, there's things where I'm picking apart where I'm like, I like this. I'm trying to find some enjoyment in the movie.
Yeah.
But overall,
I
I was just like, okay, I didn't like this. I feel like was it Ewan McGregor as Black Mask? He does an amazing job. I don't really know too much as far as the in depth of how the Black Mask is, but I feel like how whatever he was doing, I enjoyed it. Yeah, I wish they would have gone more into that, but I get you kind of got to. I feel like they rushed through so much that you really couldn't get in. You couldn't get attached to any character.
Yeah, exactly.
Except for Harley Quinn.
Yeah, and again, it is very much so a Harley Quinn film.
Right.
So she's the only one that gets any sort of treatment or development.
Right.
The rest of the characters feel very just
shoved in
thrown
there.
away.
Yeah.
Like they don't give enough backstory or give you enough of those characters to care about these characters.
Right.
And I think that's the biggest problem with this film. A lot of what you said is true. The action is good. The some of the way they use their color palettes with the characters that works really well, and in moments it's fun, but again, they don't give you enough with the story or the characters for you to care. So I actually found myself, believe it or not, getting a little bit bored for as much as how it's because it's so hyper that it was hard for me to just kind of keep my attention. It was just I just want to, okay, you're giving me a story, let me focus on that. There's parts where because she's narrating, right,
where
she's like, oh, in order for you to understand this, I need to tell you the backstory of this.
Yeah.
But it's in a moment when like something's happening, and so then she jumps to this backstory, and it spends like, 10, 15 minutes,
Right.
and then they finally go back, and it's like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. So it's like it kind of loses that intensity in that moment.
Also, that's another reason why I feel like you don't really get to build with any of the other Birds of Prey, is because you're not sharing their backstory. Harley Quinn's telling you how they became involved.
You're not experiencing
their story. So that's another reason why I was just kind of like, I didn't feel invested in any of, other than Harley Quinn. I didn't feel invested in any of the other
you could
Birds
tell
of Prey.
like maybe with Rosie Perez's character Montoya, where she like they try to build up some of a backstory for her, but again, it's so quick and not enough of it that you don't feel connected with her character. And again, I think that's the biggest problem with this film is the way it's telling the story. And again, the villain, like, I love Ewan McGregor. His performance was fun. And he's entertaining, and you could tell he's doing his best with whatever was written for him.
Right.
But his motives are so like very two-dimensional, very, like not enough for me to get invested into. I just don't care enough. Like, he's not an interesting villain.
I even liked I can't think of his sidekick's name. Zaz. I even liked them together. Like, I feel like they had good like back and forth. And
and I think that's the thing is the acting, the characters, all the actors, they all had pretty good chemistry when you see them on screen together. But again, there was not enough to kind of build on that,
So I'll say that I feel like the actors did a good job in their role, but for the characters themselves, I just didn't feel like I got time to spend with them to be like, oh, I care about these characters as much as Harley Quinn. So I don't know. That's just how I feel. I mean, like I said, I tried to take, and you were saying how
there's things to like about it.
You were saying you were getting bored. I was fighting, like, I was pumped to see this movie.
Oh yeah, so was I. Like, I saw the previews, I saw the trailers, and then I started seeing like a lot of like the Rotten Tomatoes scores coming in like really high, like 90, like something. I was like
super pumped.
Okay, it sounds like it's gonna be really good. I'm cool. Okay.
I also was fighting. I was fighting sleep while watching this movie, and I was just like, no.
Well, see, I took a nap right before I went to make sure I didn't fall asleep. Well, I caught a really late showing. So.
Yes, you did. I didn't fall asleep, but I was just like, I just caught myself like kind of like not paying attention for a minute because I just didn't feel invested.
Yeah, because every time I did like a flashback, I was like, okay, let's just see where they go with this, and then it kind of got back to the main story, and then I was like, all right, it just. Yeah, it wasn't enough for me to keep me fully invested or interested in it. So, yeah, I don't know. I think those are the biggest drawbacks. There are things to like about it, but ultimately, when you think of it as a whole, the way the story is told and written, it's pretty weak. But anyway, Rob, with all that being said, what is your verdict? Are you gonna just stay on the fence?
Well, Adrian, yeah, I'm gonna have to just stay on the fence for this one. With the few things that I found enjoyable in this, overall, I'm gonna stay on the fence on this one. Unfortunately, because like I said, I really wanted this movie to like blow me away, to succeed. And I mean, like, I'm just one person. I mean, you say yourself, the critics, the scores on different websites are, ranking it kind of high. So maybe it was just something that maybe I'm the oddball out on this one, but for me, I'm going to stay on the fence.
Yeah, and I was surprised. I thought you were going to really love this film, because that's why, because when we text each other and say, well, what are your thoughts on it? We'll save it for the video, Mike, because I wanted to get your genuine reaction. But the fact that we kind of are on the same mind.
Yeah, like, we haven't talked about this at all until right now. So.
Yeah, I'm going to stay on the fence with this film. I can't really recommend it. I'll say this: if you really want to go see it, if it's worth your dollars, I would say see it in the best format that you can, like an IMAX or a Dolby, just because that makes the experience a little bit better, and you're going to get the best visual quality. But if not, then just wait for it to come out on home video, digital, whatever.
Or wait for one of your friends to buy it, and then you say, "Hey, let me borrow that."
Instill their digital codes.
Instill their digital codes.
Because they don't know any better?
Because they don't know any better, as I've learned in life.
There you go. Well, anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Why don't you comment down below and let us know how you felt about Birds of Prey and the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn.
It's a mouthful.
It is. Also, follow us on social media on Instagram at On the Fence Movie Reviews.
Yeah. And remember, catch you on the fence.